All right, back with a Fox weather alert. A state of emergency is declared in North Carolina as Hurricane Erin whips up huge waves and life-threatening rip currents. Fox Weather's Mike Seidel is live in Kitty Hawk with the latest. Good morning.
Good morning, Lawrence. The sun is still out, but we've got the wind picking up, and Erin is making its move up the eastern seaboard. We've got warnings, advisories for big surf, 15 to 20 footers here, rip currents all the way from Florida to Cape Cod, Massachusetts. That's about 1,200 miles. The worst of the weather here will be later tonight through Thursday night. Most of the beaches along the eastern seaboard have been closed to swimmers, including here. We've got the double red flag, so they don't want anybody in the water. It's just too dangerous. The biggest impact will be on the beaches. They will be decimated with beach erosion. Winds could gust here as high as 50 miles an hour. Inland, very little, if any, impact. A bit of a breeze if you go 10 or 20 miles inland. But we're going to watch the beach, and hopefully we don't lose too much of it. There's a fairly formidable dune line, the property behind it. I think the property is going to be fine, so it's just a wait and see now how big these waves are and how far the water goes up. Right now, a storm surge warning for the Outer Banks. Above normally high ground, the water could go up as high as 2 to 4 feet. We'll be here throughout the event tonight, tonight, and tomorrow, and into Friday. Lawrence, back to you.
Great job out there, Mike. Stay safe. Let's check.
Up the East Coast, bringing life-threatening conditions, and the storm is not forecasted to make landfall, but people are still feeling its effects. The threat of dangerous storm surge and deadly rip currents shutting down beaches from the mid-Atlantic all the way to the Northeast. And there are now urgent warnings for parts of North Carolina, with the Outer Banks facing the biggest threat there. Video shows higher tides already battering beach homes. Fox weather meteorologist Mike Seidel is live from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina now with the very latest on this forecast. Hi, Mike.
Hey, good morning, Aisha from Kitty Hawk. And the storm is getting closer because we finally have clouds here taking care of the heat. Temperatures in the upper 70s. The winds have picked up a little bit. They're northeast at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. We have a long way to go, but look at the surf. As the tide goes out, we've got 5 to 7 footers just offshore. The buoy well east of Cape Hatteras now reporting waves up to almost 20 feet. We do have that, certainly the coastal flood issues along with the storm surge warning. That means water above normally high ground could go as high as 2 to 4 feet. So what happens here with a wave setup, the run up, we can show you where high tide was this morning, Aisha. You can see the little bit of debris line way up here on the beach. It's a fairly wide beach. There's the dune line, and there are the buildings. So what happens? We expect the high tide early this evening, late this afternoon, early this evening to take over the entire beach. Remember, we're going to have 15-foot or higher waves superimposed on the water, which comes in. It could be 2 to 4 feet higher than average. I think we're going to have certainly water and waves into the dunes, if not this evening, on Thursday. Thursday is when the hurricane goes directly east of us, so that's when we'll have the most wind. Winds could gust here as high as 50 miles an hour. That will not probably knock out much power, if any, and cause little, if any, structural damage. Again, Aisha, the big story and the major impacts are going to be on these beaches. From Florida all the way to Cape Cod, we have rip current statements and high surf advisories. And many beaches, including here, are closed to swimming. We have the double red flags. It's just way too dangerous with those rip currents and that surf action. But it is going to get worse right on through tonight and Thursday. The storm will pull away from here Thursday night and Friday. The winds will go north. That'll take the water out. But the real big question now is, how bad are these beaches decimated with this storm? Inland, 15, 20 miles inland, you won't really know anything's really happening. Maybe a rain shower, but it's all about right here on the coast. Aisha?
Wow. Well, hopefully people are heeding the warning and getting out. Mike Seidel, thank you for that report.
We're also tracking this. Hurricane Erin is turning north along the East Coast, bringing deadly rip currents, massive waves along with it. Fox weather meteorologist Mike Seidel is live in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. People there expect to be hit pretty hard. What's it looking like right now?
Again, not a bad beach day if you stay out of the water. We've got these beach closures up and down the East Coast from Florida all the way up to Jersey because of the high surf, but more importantly, the dangerous rip currents being created out ahead of Hurricane Erin. Now a 110-mile-an-hour hurricane, so just below Cat 3 status, expected to regain Cat 3 status again at least through tomorrow. But look at the size of the storm. I mean, this thing has doubled, even tripled in size from back over the weekend when it was a Cat 5 down there south and east of the Bahamas. So we have the surf, we have the tides that are going to be higher than average, especially as we get into the next high tide cycle, which is coming up later on today. You can see where those folks are sitting. That's where the high tide reached this morning. By this evening, we expect water to go up to the dune line, and then tomorrow is really the crunch time, because that's when the hurricane will go off the coast, offshore. And right now, offshore at Hatteras, we already have nearly 20-foot waves. We're going to have big surf, 10 to 15 footers, higher than average tides, a storm surge of up to 2 to 4 feet. So, Jillian, that all means as the beaches here on the East Coast are going to take a real battering. It'll be interesting to see as we come back on Friday how bad it is on the beaches. Inland, it's no impact. It's not an inland storm. It's all about the beaches here.
All right, well, we will be looping back with you to check in periodically. Mike, thanks very much.